Hello, welcome back to the Resort Life channel. My name is Monique and I will be your host. The goal of this channel is to provide you with good, quality, researched information to help you plan your current or future resort-style vacation. As this channel grows, it will be a place where you can return again and again as the go-to spot for researching resort vacations all around the world and feel confident that you will find good and accurate information. My role is to pull the vacation research information together for you so that you can sit back, relax, and enjoy learning about your favorite resorts. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a new video. Now let's get into talking about your next vacation. Puerto Rico is a place that is near and dear to my heart. My grandfather and his family came to the United States from a small village outside of San Juan. I remember the stories he would tell me about the beautiful beaches and the amazing forest. This next series of videos will explore the island of Puerto Rico, starting with things to know about Puerto Rico before you travel. Now let's get started. San Juan is a 2.5-hour flight from Miami. So you could catch an early morning flight and be tipping your hat to block the sun from your eyes while lounging on the beach by noon. Puerto Rico is a commonwealth nation, so U.S. citizens are not required to show a passport. American culture, including things like fast food and shopping malls, have been assimilated into the Puerto Rican culture. The U.S. dollar is the island currency, and American banks and ATMs are used. Credit cards are accepted, but bring cash for tips and things like exploring the island outside of San Juan. The weather in Puerto Rico is almost perfect, averaging 70 to 80 degrees year-round. It can get cool at night and breezy if you venture into the mountains. Puerto Rico is known for having regular cloudbursts in the middle of the day, showering the island with rain. This usually ends quickly, but coming prepared with an umbrella or a poncho will prevent interruptions in your vacation plans. Spanish and English have been the official languages of Puerto Rico since 1993. Most travelers can manage the city of San Juan only speaking English, but if you venture out, knowing some Spanish will be helpful. Speaking Spanish to older citizens is also seen as a sign of respect for their culture and their history. Note that most road signs when driving are in Spanish. The beaches in San Juan are stunning. There are over 300 public beaches managed by the Puerto Rican National Parks Company. Most beaches have lifeguards, restrooms, showers, chair rentals, and concession stands. The ideal time to travel is between March and August, as algae fills the beaches in the winter and the fall welcomes hurricane season. The island is 100 miles long and 35 miles wide. The topography includes rainforests, dry forests, karst formations, one of the largest cave systems in the world, mountains, and more than 28,000 acres of hiking trails, waterfalls, and wildlife. Around the main island are multiple small islands with beaches, coral reefs, and wild horses of their own. In Vieques, you will find a 20-mile-long black sand beach. Puerto Rico has become home to many American chain restaurants. You'll find eateries such as McDonald's and the Cheesecake Factory or Senior Frogs all around. Don't miss out, however, on enjoying the wonderful array of local restaurants. You'll find dishes such as mofongo, a mashed plantain dish stuffed with meat or seafood. Cocina Alberta, a restaurant in San Juan where you can experience fusion Puerto Rican classics such as ham croquettes and tuna tacos. Throughout San Juan, you'll find these areas called cascos, where lots of food vendors set up. Here you can indulge in Puerto Rican and American food choices. Note that most food in Puerto Rico is fried, and restaurants are not always vegan or vegetarian friendly. The legal drinking age is 18, and identification is required. Public drinking is illegal in most areas, and driving under the influence is illegal. Puerto Rico is the rum capital of the world, and this is where the piña colada was invented. Make sure to dress appropriately when you're going out for food and drinks, as beachwear is not appropriate in many places. Tipping is expected. The island runs on tourism. Bellhops typically are tipped $1 a bag, and housekeeping about $2 a day. In restaurants, your average tip is about 15 to 20% of your tab. The average cost of living in Puerto Rico is higher than in the United States. There is not much public transportation available in Puerto Rico. There is a free trolley in San Juan, and Old San Juan is pedestrian friendly, with historical and cultural sites closely located. Outside of San Juan, you'll need to rent a car. You can take a 25-minute drive to Casa Bacardi to tour the distillery and enjoy a rum tasting. Hurricane Maria wreaked havoc on the Caribbean, including Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is still struggling to rebuild. San Juan is fairly restored and back to normal, but outside of San Juan, you'll find abandoned buildings and other evidence of the destruction of the storm. Puerto Rico wants and welcomes tourism as the primary mechanism for funding the rebuilding of the island. Puerto Rico is a great place to visit. The next video in this series will explore the San Juan Water Beach Club and Hotel and things to do off of the resort when exploring Puerto Rico. Until we meet poolside, blessings.